Welcome to a very rainy day in Britain. In Britain, we have lots of phrases that we use all the time in conversations. A lot of them are very informal. Sometimes they're called expressions, sometimes they're idioms, but the most informal ones are called slang expressions. So how would you like to learn them? Well, today is your lucky day because I'm going to teach you 7 of the most commonly used slang expressions so that your English can improve better and faster than you ever thought possible. Are you ready? Good, let's go. Welcome to my channel where you will learn English better, and welcome aboard Palm Tree Teaching English Academy. I'm Deirdre Nicholas, English expert, teacher, trainer and speaker, and for over 20 years I've helped thousands of English learners all around the world improve their English, and now it's your turn. For the very best English language lessons and a new way of learning English that really works, subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red button and on the bell so that you don't miss any of my twice weekly lessons. By the end of this lesson, you will learn 7 of the most common informal slang expressions and phrases that we use all the time in Britain, and that will make your English sound much more advanced. So first of all, what are slang expressions? Well, they are a type of language which consists of words and phrases that are very informal, hardly ever used in writing, and you have to really know the person in order to use slang with them. So for example, it could be a family friend, or it could be a very close friend or a family member. So what you wouldn't do is use it at work or in formal emails or a letter to your boss, for example. But because they are so common and they're used amongst friends, they're used really, really frequently. But the strange thing is that you won't find them hardly ever in English language textbooks. But where you will find them is if you learn here with me on my channel with Palm Tree Teaching Academy. Now, learning these slang phrases, or learning any phrases, is one of the most important ways of learning language, and I explain that also in one of my 5 ways of learning English, which you'll see on a card above. So, let's get started right away with my 7 commonly used slang British phrases. The first slang expression is to be skint. Now, to be skint means to have very little money available or no money. So for example, you could say, I'm really skint right now. There is no way I can afford to go to that expensive restaurant tonight. Or another example, I'm skint. Lend us a tenner. Now a tenner refers to a £10 note, and it's asking a friend if they'll lend you a £10 note. Number 2. Number 2 is a sandwich short of a picnic. Now, this is a jokey phrase really, and it's often used amongst friends, and it means someone who is pretty stupid, at the very best not intelligent, or just plain crazy. So if you're short of something, it means that you are missing something, in this case kind of like a brain. So, for example, John is a sandwich short of a picnic. He's left his good job at the bank and now he lives in a tent. Number 3. It's gone pear-shaped, or it went pear-shaped. Now this refers to something, an activity or a plan that has gone terribly and horribly wrong. Now why is it pear-shaped? Well, there are a number of ideas, but firstly it could have been a military saying that has been changed around a bit, or it's the idea of a perfect plan is a perfect circle, and when something goes a bit wrong, the circle kind of drops a bit and becomes pear-shaped. So as an example, the football match was going really well until the second half, when it went pear-shaped and my team started to lose. Number 4, to throw a spanner in the works. Now this is when someone causes a problem or difficulty and stops something happening smoothly. In fact, if you drop a spanner or anything else into an engine or a machine, it actually will stop working. So that's where the phrase originates. So, an example, we should finish our project this week, as long as no one throws a spanner in the works. Number 5, you've got to be kidding. Now, kidding is a very similar word to joking, so it means very similar to you must be joking. Now, it means you're very surprised by what someone has said, and in fact you don't altogether believe that it's true, so you think they must be joking. So an example might be, Dan said, "I've got a job at a university as a professor." Jane replied, "You've got to be kidding. You didn't even pass your baccalaureate." Number 6, to splash out. Now this is a great informal way of saying to spend money lavishly, extravagantly, too much money really, and often on something you don't really need. So, "I heard she just splashed out on a Mercedes. I thought she already had 3 cars." Number 7. It's the bee's knees. Now this means something is top quality and really high level of excellence. Now you may wonder where this funny phrase comes from, and they say that it's because when bees fly from flower to flower, the best sticky sweet stuff sticks to their knees, if bees do have knees, and that's actually where the phrase originally came from, so it's quite cute really. So an example might be, "That jacket you're wearing is the bee's knees." So I hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to hit the little like button below the video and put a comment in, because I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget I post twice weekly lessons, one on a Tuesday and one on a Friday. So I hope you really enjoy learning your English, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.